Okay, folks, we are here for another I Love Beer show. We're over at High Scores Bar Arcade, and today we have the owner of the establishment here, Freddie Dillatore, to come talk to you about some of the beers that we have and some of the things that he's done and how he actually developed this whole thing. So cheers, Freddie. Thanks for being on the show.
Cheers, thank you.
Cheers. And this is a great place. Again, just we tell everybody out there, Stephanie and Paseo Verde.
Right, 65 South Stephanie, right off the 215.
Right, okay.
Let's talk about beers.
Yeah.
That's why we're here.
What I really wanted to find out is how did you come up with this idea for a great craft beer place here in town, a town that actually really needs it?
Well, I'm one of the managing partners, and my other partner is, as you can see, a video game. The Barcade was the first original concept. We knew that we were all nerds. We're nerds with video games. Everybody has a passion for everything, and video games and beer seem to go hand in hand.
Right.
I haven't met anybody that doesn't crack a beer when you're playing, whether it be Madden,
your Xbox or your PlayStation,
your Xboxes or wherever, and it's all ages. It just seems that 21 and up is everybody's playing and drinking beers. We knew that was a beautiful marriage, and we knew that I think people's palates are starting to increase and mature.
Right.
Yeah.
So they're demanding.
Well, ours are.
Yeah,
That's
and
I think
with the variety out there.
and we're behind the curve compared to other cities.
Yes.
The craft beer industry is crazy in Oregon, Utah. I mean, all over. It's just Vegas.
Right.
Seems to be a little slower, and I thought, let's kick it up a notch really quick and fast.
Yeah. And you're from Texas, right?
Originally from Texas.
Any craft brewing down there?
There is. San Antonio has really great breweries out there. New Mexico. I found out that there's a couple of nice stuff out there. A lot of great IPAs.
Really?
But, you got San Diego.
San Diego
has Stone.
Right.
And I did carry some of the stuff that is well accepted. Arrogant Bastard, Stone. Those are now becoming.
Stone makes a great IPA.
Yes,
they really do. A great IPA.
And I carry those. Because it's people know and recognize the names. But there's a lot of brewers in Vegas. We have our own brewery. We have Joseph James.
Yep.
Which is one of the beers.
Well, it's interesting you said, because as soon as I walked in here tonight, your bartender there gave me a glass of the Double Imperial IPA, and it is fantastic from Joseph James.
James. I'm very excited. It was a very limited run edition that they're doing. They sell them in 22s, and the kegs they're in bourbon barrels.
Mm-hmm.
So it gets that high alcohol. The ABV is high. It's 11.3.
Right.
But
okay, now they tell me
that why you're so
now we're talking.
And but when you get a beer, and now it's beer has become wine.
Yes.
I believe beer is growing, maturing, like I said, like we all are in our palates, and now you can pair it with anything. A good beer can make a dinner fantastic.
Yes. Right.
We had a Chipotle Rogue that was great with turkey.
Mm-hmm.
We have this beer, which I took the liberty of. I like to drink beer with my dessert.
Right.
So I have a dessert that I want you to taste. But
you guys are drinking the same thing.
We are.
Yeah.
What are you
There's one
drinking?
like that. There's one over there. All right, let me go get one.
Feel free.
Yeah. So you have so many different craft beers here.
Right.
How do you decide what beer you're gonna showcase at this place, or just stock? Is it just taste
It's
testing?
actually in like a wine glass.
Or how does that work?
It does. It works. Obviously, taste. Everybody has to taste. A chef tastes anything he releases before he pulls it out and he shows it to somebody. He's there tasting, and I do the same. I get beers and I taste them, and then if I like them, I just get people that are around the bar, the average Joe drinker that's drinking Bud Light or Miller Light,
right.
And I go, hey, try this out. And the goal is to open up a palate or a flavor for a person that has never had that opportunity to taste it.
So, which is why we bring the show, because really we just feature the craft beers on the show for exactly that reason.
Yes,
right.
We want people to expand their minds and give them an idea of what to go for out there.
Right, and we can use like several official ABVs, and we can tell you, you know, the keynotes and words that the average person probably won't understand. So I try to make it easy. I tell you, it smells like chocolate, has coffee,
Right.
you know, vanilla, and once you understand those flavors, because there's flavors you probably ate candy, you probably,
Yes,
you know,
yeah.
and I think once they realize that there's beers that have those flavors in them,
Yeah.
they are excited. Now, again, you know,
What is this we're drinking?
this is Joseph James.
Yeah.
Cheers.
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 It's like in a red wine goblet glass here.
It has to be wide so you can, you know, get the aromatics. It smells good.
Smoky.
And remember,
It smells good out of this glass too.
Yeah.
You know,
I know, no, it's you know, it's a lot of alcohol. You know,
It does
but-
smell like something you can cook with,
right.
you know, for a barbecue or something.
and it's sweet and it's silky.
Yeah.
It has a very, and for it having such high alcohol, it opens up nicely. It just, it is
Wow.
like one.
Yeah, is that
That
good?
is
Yeah, it's
smooth.
really good. It's really good stuff.
Yes,
Now
very.
I know the answer to this, but you mentioned before that you have food pairings for the wine. You have a full kitchen here, right?
Right, we have a full kitchen.
Right.
High Scores is open from 9 to 2 in the morning. We're also, what a lot of people don't know is that we have 2 bars in one. The one side is the barcade,
Okay.
where we have 16 handles of craft beer.
Right.
We have an array of 52 bottles
Right.
of beer from, you know, Solist, a beer that's, you know, really not well known, to brown sugar, to you name it. I put a little flavor of every flavor that you could. I also feature one of the highest 22 ounce collections.
Right.
All the Rogue beers. I am a fan of Rogue.
I love Rogue.
Rogue is awesome.
I think Rogue has a flavor for anybody.
Yeah.
The most exciting thing about having craft beers is watching women drink it. You know, when you see a woman, and they're, you know, again, it's a wine. You know, wine is catered to women.
The new
Now,
wine, yeah.
you know, now you're seeing women actually go, wow, you have a double chocolate beer? Yes, I do. And it's easy. You say chocolate to a woman.
And they're like, all right, I'll try that.
You know, and it's cool. Now I think women are starting to feel like one of the guys. You know,
Yeah.
because they're drinking beer like a guy.
Right,
And
right.
it's not low in alcohol. These beers are not, you know, your average watered down beer. It's got flavor and it has alcohol. to
Right,
it.
like you said, there's something out there for everybody
Yes.
nowadays. So,
I mean, you can go from juniper berries, a flavored juniper berry, peanut butter. I saw one of the brewers had a jalapeno hefe. So,
Ooh,
you know,
I'd like
you
to
have
try
an
that.
array of whatever flavor you like.
Yeah.
We can get.
It's awesome. This is a great place.
yeah,
Really.
this has become one of our favorite hangouts,
Yeah.
actually.
Well,
Because
and
of
it's
the variety.
fun. And it's fun. We feature, like I said, it's 2 bars in one. The other side is the Players Club that has 22 ounces of you know, all the Rogues. We have an Imperial White. We have you name it. You just say, hey, I'm kind of into this flavor, and we'll try to pair up. Our bartenders are knowledgeable about the beers. They love them. They cook with them. They live and breathe beer.
Right.
But you know, you got the video games. You can go play Xbox and relax, and have some food, some finger food that's good. Everything in the kitchen is scratch.
Go for the chicken wings.
Fantastic, good choice.
Great
Good
chicken
choice.
wings.
Steak salad's good too.
Which the steak salad is marinated in Rogue Dead Guy.
Rogue Dead Guy, oh,
You know,
yes.
24-hour marinade. A lot of our menu is driven by alcohol.
Also,
you know.
there's a rumor that most of the things that you make that have beer in it, that you give them a pairing
Yes, you get
with the dish.
and that's another way that we wanted to again educate and open up your palate by, you know, we do the Dead Guy steak salad and it comes with a 4.5 ounce automatically.
Yeah.
You know, whether you know you like it or not, but we figure you drink it and we just gave you that opportunity, that experience, and I think
Right.
that's what's important. Not a lot of people venture from their norm, and this way they kind of do without, you know, being scared about it.
Right.
Man,
Yeah,
this
and
is
if they don't
really
like
good.
one, they'll just try another until they like it.
The more
right?
that you drink, the better it gets.
This is really tasty.
Now,
It's
is
got
that got chocolate in it?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. I'm
Joseph James
chocolate.
You know, it's exciting to know that there's someone local that is trying things. Let me show you the
No,
bottle.
this is right here.
This is the 22s, and as you can see, they put they signed
number
it.
it. Yeah,
they
man.
number it.
Right.
They hand dip in wax.
Yeah, let's see
Dip
if I
the
can show it a little bit closer here. This is the
finger up the number. Show the number.
Yeah, the numbering. Can you see that over here? You got the number on the bottle right there. And then here's the front of the label as well. But yeah, it's very cool.
You know, and it's cool. Like I said, you get a beer like this, and you know it's full flavor, and you can relax. You don't have to guzzle it. You don't have to chug it. You know, it's just something you just sip and relax. And it's local. You're supporting.
This is
someone
local.
Right,
You
right.
know,
Joseph James is out of
right down the street actually here
Really?
in Edison.
Yeah.
no doubt.
They got a great brewery. They got great beers. But we found that, you know, this is a limited edition. We like to have things that are, you know, not the norm.
It's good
you know,
stuff.
It keeps it fun. But again, you can keep drinking this. And
Oh,
it
absolutely.
doesn't matter if it's cold or hot outside. This
The
just
more
warms
you
up really
taste it,
nice.
the more taste you get out of it.
And by the way, we're going to be here pretty much all night. So if you're local, right, watching this right now, come on down to High Scores here and join the fun. We're going to be tasting pretty much all night. And if you're not local, if you're watching it on archive, it doesn't mean you can't show up when you do
Afterwards.
Afterwards, right?
7 days a week.
Anytime.
You know, we have beer.
You have gaming in there too, right?
We do. We have video pokers. You know, if you want to play a little bit of video poker, you can. If you want to play a little video games, you can.
Right, right.
I do want to say that one of the biggest things for us is all our arcade is free.
Right.
You can play any game for free. No coins necessary. at
Nice,
all.
nice,
So,
nice.
You know, have a beer and go play some.
What's your busiest night? I guess the weekend.
The weekend seems to be. We have a show that we do the Walking Dead. So Sundays, The Walking Dead, which we have our mid finale.
Right, right.
And we have a lot of the cast from The Evil Dead, from the V from Planet Hollywood. They come out in full.
Nice,
attire.
that's nice.
So they come out, and it's the whole cast from The Evil Dead with the guy with the chainsaw in his hand.
Yeah. So that wasn't just me drinking too much.
No. I
They were
thought
there.
so too. And they do. You know, we have everybody from the elite ladies to, you know, gaming girls that come in that are all, you know, video game girls.
Right.
dressed
Sorry,
up.
we love you.
And
Yeah.
you know, it's some cool stuff. Again, you know, it's not your typical bar. It's, you know, we want you to do a little bit of everything without forcing you to do anything.
Yeah, yeah.
So it's a place to hang out and chill. You know, have some great beers and enjoy yourself. You know.
Man.
Yeah, this is really good.
But now
Now,
this is
what else do we
better.
have? What
Now,
do-
this is great. Now save a little bit of the beer.
Okay.
Let me.
Yeah, this is really tasty.
Tori's
And again, you people, I'm sure you've never heard of this beer, this Double Imperial from Joseph James.
Yeah,
I know you have. Oh, look at this.
Russian Imperial Stout, Joseph James. Ooh, look at that. You brought the thing that
man.
sank the Titanic.
How about this? Got a little dessert. Nice.
I think you have, again, the sweet notes and the coffee. There's no reason why you can't have dessert and a great beer and make it a dessert beer. It's ice cream, chocolate. The chocolate's been made actually with
With the stout.
the stout.
Oh man.
Really?
So we put some of Joseph James stuff in there now, and it's fantastic.
That is so good.
Beer and that goes hand in hand, I think.
I'm gonna get a little extra of the chocolate then.
Chocolate has the stout in it, very subtle, but yet it's still, you know, you still get the flavor on it.
Right, right. Beautiful.
Oh man.
I wanna introduce Mike. Mike is one of our bartenders on the Players Club. That is open 24 hours.
Sure.
And like I
Absolutely.
said,
Let's go, guys.
the staff here loves
Have a seat over here.
beer.
Absolutely.
You might want to hold that, but
I'll hold that. Man, that's really good.
So, Mike, what do you do here exactly?
I work over on the Players Club side.
Players Club?
Yeah, it's another
Okay.
bar here at High Scores. It's bringing over one of my favorite beers during the season. It's the Crispin Apple Cider.
Oh, nice.
Over there.
Yeah.
Let's see it. Get it
Crispin
on
Apple
there.
Cider. This goes great with all those holiday meals.
see.
You know, from turkey to ham.
Guys
and
get that?
nuts or those butters, those heavy, you know, and it goes great with anything from your main course all the way to your dessert, like a pumpkin pie or an apple pie.
Nice. Very nice.
An apple cider, one of my favorites.
You know, it's 140 calories, 10 carbohydrates. So when you're eating all that heavy holiday food, it goes great with it. Really fat.
Oh, hook up.
now so you had that heavy. Now watch with this. And again, every beer has a great note to it. You know, this is the apple. I'm sure Mike wants one for himself.
Oh, I thought he just poured his.
No, that's all right. I got the big
I
one
like the
right
big
over
glass.
here.
I like the big glass.
He's a goblet kind of guy.
That's
I'm already liking the smell of that too.
Yeah,
Let me wash this down.
Cheers.
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 So
Okay.
very crisp, clean. See what you guys think.
So this is the Crispin.
Crispin.
And who makes this? Crispin.
Yeah. It's their Honey Crisp apple cider made with organic honey.
Wow.
Organic honey.
Wow.
Right after your
These
dessert.
guys are at a
Yeah.
Coke.
Yeah, this works.
It's clean. It's
Right,
very
right.
delicious. Got a sweet honey tone to it.
How many do you have to taste before you
Well,
find
this
one
is-
like that?
You know what?
I mean, is that amazing?
It is.
Colfax,
It is.
California.
It is. What's cool is that
6.5%
Well, first of all-
alcohol as well. So
Really, huh?
It's not
Yeah,
too
you can
strong. It's not too weak. I like that.
and you have the people that are like, I want organic. I want something that's
Yeah, most of your
You know.
ciders are pretty subtle and you know not very strong as far as
yeah,
alcohol
very light alcohol.
content.
So this one's
Yeah.
6.5, and so you're still getting that good alcohol content to go with your food.
Yeah, yeah.
Well, it almost tastes like a soda.
does, huh?
Yeah,
Right,
almost
Does.
like a Jones
And again,
soda or something.
This is the kind of stuff that you can take to, dinner, and after the nice dinner, that's a heavy dinner, and most people go, oh, well, let's give you some ice cream to clean your palate.
Yeah, give me this instead.
Give me this.
Give me this. Why
Yeah,
wouldn't
you
you
got that
like, right?
Crispin?
You know,
that Crispin?
and there's a lot of good brands. Woodchuck has great
Yeah.
ciders.
I like theirs with the Guinness is good. Half and half that.
That's another great thing about beers. It's almost like cooking with them. You can mix them with a Guinness. You can mix them with like a Black and Blue, and it's infinite.
Yeah.
It's like candy, like Skittles. The flavors are infinite. However,
Taste
what
the
are the-
rainbow.
right? And that's it. Like jelly beans.
That's all we're doing.
You can taste like I said, you can.
Yeah, that one's. I really like that. It's
You guys
cloudy.
enjoy
It's,
that. I'm gonna go head back to my side of the bar and Nova's over
All
there.
right,
you,
great. Well,
Mike.
thanks for
all right,
stopping by.
no, there's
Appreciate
other-
it.
thanks, Mike, very much.
That's for the beer.
And we love your favorite beer.
Yeah, this is great. So really, like you said before, it's almost like you remember like wine tasting 10 years ago is really now like the beer tasting of today.
Yeah,
almost, right?
and it's a serious business now. There are actually classes now. You can get certified to be a cicerone. There's classes that and they take it as serious as sommelier, where you have to smell the beer and know where the hops and know where it's coming from, know the type of beer.
Yeah.
So, I believe there's only 3 in the city that have been certified. And
So
I
I'm
think
actually
that's
learning as we've been going on this.
Absolutely.
How to smell the different hints of this and that.
and you
Yeah,
can. There's
yeah.
certain I just started realizing like a lot of things that had clove or they had coriander and flavors that I haven't tasted. You don't even taste on certain foods anymore.
Right.
Again, it's really natural that these beers just seem to be organic in a way that there's one for everybody.
Yes.
And you can find once you find that one, it's you fall in love with it. And I've seen a lot of people that are Bud Light and Miller Lite, which again they're great products. They've been here it seems like for the test of time.
Yeah, yeah.
But I think now, with everything, I think everybody's starting to demand and want better products, and we put our prices at a very, very reasonable price because I want you to be able to take a chance and not feel
I'm
it.
gonna tap back into that.
Right, right. Oh, I was going for some more cider there, huh?
That's really good.
Yeah.
Anybody?
Just a little bit more, won't I?
You cannot go wrong with
Thank
this.
you.
This is really good.
Yeah, it really is good.
Let's top it off. Here.
Why not? We're all working.
Exactly.
go.
We're on vacation.
Yeah.
We're on vacation. This is part of the job.
It's not a job. It's an adventure.
Right, right.
Now it looks like orange juice. Literally. I mean.
You got that nice cloudiness to it.
Yeah.
It almost looks like a Hefty or a
Right.
Belgian beer.
I mean, it's almost like grapefruit juice. I mean,
Yeah.
most of your ciders nowadays are clearer than that, and I was kind of surprised to see how cloudy it was.
Well, and then again, it finishes and you got that honey note,
Yes.
and it's made organic, so you feel a little bit somewhat good about it.
I like that.
You know,
too.
if you just let the jam, I don't know if you- I don't wanna do
That's
this,
just
but-
clean, pure fruit and honey and everything else.
And
so.
it's just success.
Yeah, you can really tell the difference in that.
And like every beer, the more you drink it, the more it gets a different tone, it gets a different flavor.
Right, right.
Yeah.
I think if you're learning about craft beers, and I think if you're starting to, a place like this is great.
absolutely.
I've been to bars that are just all craft, and it's almost like wine. You're kind of scared, like I don't know really know what kind of beers I would like. I've only had 3 times.
Yeah. Well, it also could be a little bit intimidating when you walk in. I mean, the menus here are amazing because they're backlit.
Yes.
So you can see. And if somebody hands you a menu that's glowing,
Yeah, and the beers range from 4.7% alcohol to like 12.5.
right?
So,
But that's what really. That's when I saw the menu. I thought this is so cool. I've never seen this before.
and literally the first time I walked in here, me and
never
him,
saw
I
it
said, "Can I see a beer menu?" And she threw it right on me, and I was like, "I knew it. They had to have a beer menu."
They,
Right, right.
we worked on it. I know when we first opened, we didn't have it, and it was because our beers are ever changing. As you've been here a couple weeks, I just got a couple bottles from the Excess line. We tasted last week.
Yes.
We'll have to do the next show on that.
The Morimoto.
And we have the
I'm in love
Morimoto,
with that.
and but it changes. So the menu's organic. I tried not to keep anything. I know my boss is like, "Oh my God, we got to print again," but I just got these beers and I loved them.
Yeah.
Fat Tire's bringing me a new Pilsner that's gonna go on draft next week.
Okay.
That's no one carries it. It's
Rare
exclusive
beer
over
is the
here.
best beer, by the way.
And again, it's something new. You'll have it for a week or so, and then let you guys decide. Like, there's certain beers that I like, but if it doesn't help me that that no one else likes them,
Yeah, just because you like them doesn't mean.
Right.
I mean,
And I like
you can't
it.
sell anything based on your palate.
I like people that go into our Facebook and bring up beers that they might have had in Oregon or because then it's a learning experience. You're learning all the time. You're learning.
Yeah, and we're gonna link to your Facebook page from this video. So if you're watching the video now, you look for the link on the page, and you can go to his like the page and find out more about what they're doing.
And on that note, I have an Untapped app. It's called Untapped, and this is really how I found out about this place.
And I'm going to tell you this: we are doing Winter Solace. I remember I let you taste it,
Yeah.
it tasted like cream soda.
Yes.
They had
very
just
good.
contacted me yesterday, and they're actually doing a badge for high scores for the Winter Solace.
Really?
Nice.
Yeah. So
Nice.
you'll be able to untap it. We're going live draft on that on the 21st because it is the day that
the winter solstice.
yeah, and so we're doing that. We're gonna have it on draft.
And it's a perfect day because the 22nd the world's supposed to end.
Right.
So you
Right.
got it right before the end of the world.
Which means it's going to be the best beer ever.
just in case it does, and I do, and it's funny because I do have a beer that's called La Fin de Mode, which is the end of the world.
End of the world.
And I was thinking of doing
I
something with
tasted
them.
that.
Yeah.
The other day I tasted that.
So this is a place where you can start off and say, look, I really don't know about craft beers, and we have a beer, maybe Lagunitas IPA, which is a very easy, palatable, not
Yes.
too hoppy, but yet still
Absolutely.
good flavor, and walk you into it. And
Yeah, walking into this place is like going to a beer festival or a beer show.
Yes.
I mean,
it really
any
is.
craft festival, beer tasting, this is it.
it's
This
nice
is
to
the
go
place
to
do it.
places like that and go, I carry that.
Yeah.
Oh, I have that.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I've seen it.
if you like this, we don't carry it, but I have something that's similar, and you might like it even more.
Right. And a lot of when
And
I
I've
did,
heard that
when
by
I
the
did
bartenders.
right, and when I did when I was doing and designing and getting the menu up, the usual your usual animals, which would be Pyramid, Newcastle. I kind of steered away from them because I know they are juggernauts. They are what everybody knows, but I wanted to give them a real Belgian beer. I didn't want to give you a Pyramid. I wanted to give you, I have Pissing Boy. I have Polliner. So once you
Yeah.
taste it, it's like giving you a ribeye. And
Right.
once I give you a ribeye,
We've had the T-bone.
yeah,
Now try the ribeye.
Now
Yeah.
the
Yeah.
ribeye, it's and again, we're all in a point where we want value for our dollar.
Right.
And if I can give you a ribeye at a price of a T-bone, you'll appreciate it.
Yes.
And you'll appreciate the beer.
It's a winner, yes.
And then
Yes.
if you do go somewhere that because craft beers are, they're not inexpensive. Some beers, they range all the way up to $16-$25 in places I've seen.
Yeah, I mean, the
But once you
most
know
expensive
that-
one I've seen here so far was $27.
Right.
And it was worth every penny.
And once you know that, once you've had that, then you go, you know what, it is worth it.
Yeah.
Is that
I
the
will pay.
That's the
brother?
Morimoto.
The Morimoto.
Oh, okay, yeah.
The Brother David. We
Brother
won't get into
David,
that
yes.
right now.
Okay.
We won't get into that.
Which is another great beer.
That was
Yeah.
a great beer. That was the first one I had when I walked in here,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
I ordered it off the menu. And I'll tell you what, man, it took me an hour and a half to drink it, but for 22 ounces, you're getting your money's worth.
Absolutely.
I think you said key, what a 22 ouncer and especially a price of that is. You're not going through $2-3 beers and just
You're
pounding
drinking 4 of them in an hour.
and not enjoying it.
Right.
You're just
It's like,
powering.
oh, it tastes like beer. It's
Right.
good.
Right.
No,
You
this is like every time you drink it, you go, man,
Yeah, you're savoring it.
you're like, that's
You know,
really
it's-
good beer.
Right, and that's what you want with the beer, or with anything.
Yeah.
When you're eating a good steak or you're eating.
Yeah, every time you slice
right.
it pours out perfect,
You
and
want
you're
to
like,
enjoy it.
oh,
And again, the pricing that I placed was, I think it's. I want you to take a chance and not take a chance in your wallet.
Yeah.
I don't want you to go, oh my God, I just.
I can't believe I just spent $30
Right,
on
or I would love to taste it, but I can't afford it. So,
taste it.
I want you to be able to come in and enjoy that,
Yeah.
and not go leave.
Well, I have a
broke.
feeling we're going to be doing a lot more shows from this location.
Awesome.
Because it really,
Yeah, we would
honestly,
absolutely,
you can't do better in town right now. A lot of people come into town in Vegas and they always say, "What can you do here without gambling?" Or they don't want to do the strip things. Why not take a trip out to here
High scores.
and learn about some beers, right?
Yeah,
Some really
especially
good
if Freddie's
craft
in
beer.
the house.
Yeah. Ask
Come
for Freddie.
down,
Ask
see
for
if
me,
Freddie's
yeah.
in the house, and just let him. He loves to talk about beer. I'll tell you what.
And again, feel free to come in and we're learning. So, if you have stuff that I don't know about, and my bar staff is the same way. We're in a culture. Again, it's organic. We're learning. There's a million beers out there. There's things that we don't know, and we'd love to hear when somebody says, "Hey, I had this beer here, and can you check it out? And can you
Yeah,
get
have
it in
you
the
had
city?
it? No,
have you had it?
right.
And then we compare it to stuff. So,
Right.
it's great because, and again, the craft community, that the ones that do know about the industry, they're fantastic. They're, like I said, they're the nerds of beer.
We're meeting a lot of them, and they're really interesting people.
And passionate. They're passionate about their
passionate about
beers.
brewing beers. Yes.
Yeah, and a lot of them, brew stuff in their homes. They're mixing things that are, I think, still out of the world. I had somebody who made a peanut butter beer.
Yeah.
And
I gotta find that.
yeah, and I thought, perfect. Like, that's genius.
Yeah. So can we get you onto the show soon?
Yeah, definitely. We got one more beer.
Oh, we got another one.
Yeah,
I was
crack it
curious
open.
about this one, which is actually a Samuel Adams.
Again, they're juggernauts of beer. They have
Throw it up there.
craft niche.
Right.
They've been one of the original ones to start off the craft beer industry.
So what is this called? What is
This is the Imperial White. Now,
Okay.
I like to carry some stuff from them. Not more of their normal stuff. I like to carry
Right.
their odd, cool, crafty stuff. But this is the Imperial White. Again, it's a 22. And if you notice the alcohol content, it's 10.3.
10.3? Okay.
It's
So-
on there. It's 10.3.
It's an Imperial White.
Yeah.
Just so you can see, we're not bull
No,
crapping.
that's real. This is real business right here. This
Yeah.
is real serious business.
We're not messing around. So I'm gonna crack this.
Let me clean out this glass a little bit.
We're gonna wash out
Let's get some
something.
new glassware. I want to enjoy this.
Okay, we got a brand new glass coming out. Freddie's going out for some more
We're gonna
glasses.
use some glasses to try this out.
You gotta drink. You gotta drink in a new glass,
I
right?
gotta drink out of a fresh glass because just like wine, you go to a wine tasting, you can't mix the red with the whites.
Yeah.
They will wash
and-
the glass out. That's no BS.
And by the way, folks, if you like the show and you want to find out when we're going to be and when we're going to do these shows, you can always text the word beer to 69302 on your cell phone. Get on our mobile list. We'll send you out a text message before we do the show and about updates and things like
Just
that.
like that, you'll know we're doing it.
If you go to Facebook, facebook.com/beer show, become a fan of the show, like us on that page too. And of course, you're probably watching this on the website of ilovebeershow.com. All our videos are there, all our events, everything that we're doing is on that site. We're going a little bit long tonight, but it's worth it, right?
This is a special show.
Yeah, this is
We're
really
doing
this is really great. This
for,
doesn't happen too often.
A special bar and a
at
special guy here.
Excellent, excellent.
So I'm gonna let you pour it.
All right.
Nice chilled glass.
Nice and cold.
Nice cold glass. Of
um,
course, you got the big Pilsner, freaking
Yep.
22 ouncer here. Okay. What's the color we getting out of that? Of course, it's an Imperial White, so of course it's not gonna be too dark in color.
I like the bottle.
It's not very hoppy. I like that.
And remember, we still have a lot of beer, and 3 of us are drinking.
Three of us are
right,
drinking.
On a
Yes.
22.
But
which
it's
is
10.5,
10.3.
10.3% alcohol. We'll say 10.5 because it doesn't matter.
So, well, cheers.
Ooh, cheers. All right. I'm really excited about this one. It's a Samuel Adams.
I think you're gonna love this.
Yeah, this is nice. Yeah, this is real good.
It's really good.
Wow.
Very smooth.
That's a little citrusy.
Yeah, you got a little coriander on there.
Yeah.
That's
like
that's
that.
what you get. You know, and again, every beer has its own. It's like their own little person. It has
It's
own
just its own
characteristics.
little world going on in
Yeah.
there. Everything's getting along with each other, and they're all meeting and enjoying what's going on there. It's a little party in a guess.
Exactly. And this is Samuel Adams, huh?
Samuel
I
Adams.
can't believe that's a Samuel
This is
Adams.
something-
Samuel Adams actually, I think, is one of my favorite mass-produced beers. Like everybody
Right.
knows Sam Adams. Well,
Yeah, they're
right.
very seasonal.
And they do have
Love
their
that.
cherry wheat is good.
The pumpkin, they have a pumpkin
Yes,
one.
yes.
The Fat Jack, or I believe it's. They have a great pumpkin.
But again, if you were to show me that bottle and told me that we were drinking this, I never would think this was a Samuel
I
Adams.
would have
product.
guessed it if it didn't say it. So
Yeah,
I'll tell you what.
And again, that's why when I pick beers, I don't want to go with the usual normal stuff that everybody has.
Right.
And it is great stuff.
Yeah,
Local bars that carry Newcastle and all that stuff. That is, it is obviously it's number one for a reason.
Yes.
But
So we got
I want to take a
orange,
chance. I want you
Yeah.
to take a chance
Well,
and learn.
orange and citrus, coriander, dried plum, anise.
Which is the anise and the plum is what at the end you.
Yeah, that's that. You get that.
And, and again, it's a great. Again, it's like a different side of Sam Adams. to
Yeah,
see.
it really is. It really is.
Because they're more of a heavier beer
Right.
brewery, and I like
you always see the
their
commercials.
summer ale. What is it? Winterfest.
They do a number of those. Yeah.
I have
love
winter.
that.
I like winter. I do have that on draft, and
I do like that.
But I think you try something like this. It's got beautiful color.
Yeah,
it does.
You know,
It's
it
really,
has a beautiful
it's
color.
inviting.
And
Honestly.
it's light, but yet it's 10.3. So you're not.
Yeah, which is even scarier
You know what
because
I mean?
it doesn't. You think the darker the beer, the stronger it might be. Some people misconceive that, and I'm not. I like a lighter beer
Right.
as opposed to a darker one, but there are a lot of dark beers out there that I do like.
Right.
Yeah.
And I'm learning every day as well, and I'm telling you, when I just seen that, I'm like, ooh, that looks inviting.
Right. And
It
and
does.
again,
It's got a good aftertaste too.
It does.
Yes,
It doesn't hang on
Yeah,
at
no.
all either. It's once it's
Those
there,
are for
you
the.
taste everything.
This
it's
is
gone.
the kind of beer that people don't. I don't like beer. I don't like how it tastes afterwards. I don't like the back. This is the type of beer you give somebody and go, hey, check it out, and they taste an array of flavors.
So we have a couple of friends here tonight that don't like beer, but they would like this,
Right.
right?
Right, and
Yeah,
there's
absolutely.
always somebody. Like I said, there's some people that are cocktail people, and we have a great selection of cocktails. Everything in the building is handcrafted, meaning it's a scratch kitchen. Our cocktails are all fresh. Every ingredient that we have back there, from the sour, the lemons, everything's made here.
Yeah,
we
yeah.
don't.
Oh, and
outsource
they
the
carry Tito's vodka, by the way, which is made in Texas, baby. I'll tell you what, they do, and that's the good stuff.
I think I wanted you, and again, when I was doing this and designing this stuff, I didn't want you to feel anybody left out. If you were a cocktail guy, fantastic. I have a mixologist. He'll make you whatever you like. But there's something about a beer that it's everybody. It's
There's
unanimous.
something for everybody.
Right.
Yeah.
It's basically
Yeah.
that's
And-
it.
You know what else is
there
interesting about
is
this
something
place?
for everybody.
I noticed that the people behind the bar, the bartenders, like Teresa before, she knew her beer. It's like these people are very, very well educated in what they're serving.
Well, and this is how this is why you
Kristen.
Kristen,
Teresa
Teresa,
was it Kristen,
Ali,
Teresa,
Right, right.
I
Ali,
think
yeah, Ali
Ali,
was-
we've met a couple times.
I think they've embraced. I think like all of us, we've opened up, we've learned. Again, I always say it's an organic procedure because you can go from one type of beer and then immediately go to another
Right.
different flavor, and they've embraced it. Like I said, we have a weekly contest within the house where the employees get to cook. They take a beer with them, and they get to cook with it.
Right.
And Mike, the bartender you met, just made tilapia tacos with the chipotle.
Really?
And they're constantly going to places to buy beers and cook with them and see what pairs good for them.
That is awesome.
That is a Chipotle
the Chipotle Rogue Ale.
Chipotle Rogue.
We'll have one later on.
I might have to try that.
Yeah, I mean, and like I said, every beer's for an occasion. We have beers that again that you can have in dessert. Like we just had the one with the dessert. You have beers you can have with a
That's
salad.
just really good, and that's on the menu.
That's on the
That
menu.
is on the menu, and that is what
like
the
this
Rogue-
beer. That's the mud pie. But the rogue, the rogue, the
Oh,
rogue
I got a
Chipotle.
Rogue Chipotle. No, but that was the
That's the mud pie, and we had it with the Imperial Russian style.
Russian. Okay.
Joseph James. And again, like this beer, you probably would drive, you would probably walk by it and
I
not
know
pick it
what
up.
this.
And yet now you taste it and you get, like I said, the coriander and flavors that mix so well.
No, it's beautiful. It's beautiful.
Tell you what,
so-
Samuel Adams Imperial White. This is what we're tasting. This is what we're doing.
This is
You're
how you
just
should watch a
showing us-
football game.
Absolutely,
is-
yes.
yeah.
Especially if you're a Jet fan.
Right.
It's very uncomfortable.
You will not go through a six pack of this. I'll tell you what.
Yeah, right.
It's not going to happen.
You know.
The water probably doesn't come in a six pack,
But
which is good.
But you gotta love that. It's you got a 22, and that's the point of a 22.
Yeah.
You're sitting with your friends. We're having a good time. We're enjoying a 22. We're not rushing to go get another beer real quick.
Right.
Yeah.
You drink it. You savor it.
Yeah.
Guy gets
And
up.
it's
Are
a
you guys
great
ready?
sharing.
So
Yeah,
yeah, exactly.
we're
We're
still
still
good.
drinking it, right?
And people ask me like, why do you have so many 22s? The pints and all that stuff. That's great, but you can sit at a table and relax and just pop that and it's conversation. And again, it's like wine.
And, to be in the concept in the back is that is they drink less.
Right. They drink
You
less.
drink less because you're drinking more of something.
Ooh, the full flavor.
Yeah.
You're
Well,
drunk.
plus
But you're
10%,
drinking
whatever
less
it is,
of
right?
it. So I mean,
you're getting to
drinking
where you
more
wanted
of
to
the
get.
flavor,
Yes,
more
yes,
of
yes.
the beer, more of the alcohol content. So you're drinking a lot less.
Right, right,
Unless you're completely
Crazy.
crazy.
Or a fan.
Yeah.
No, but it is.
Or a fan.
You're
Yeah,
a
we
fan.
can say if you're a fan, you can drink a lot of it. I mean, this
it's
is
a
the kind of
perfect-
beer you can sit back and just, sip and maybe play some poker or go back and hang out on the PlayStation in the back or something.
Play
and
some
just
video games or
Take
chill.
a
or-
sip here, sip there, go play
Exactly.
some pinball, whatever.
What I've noticed a lot of these beers are, everybody that drinks beers are like, oh, it's so filling. Or you drink like this, you drink a great beer, you realize that it's not.
Not
No,
really
not
good
at all,
beers,
not at all.
especially something like this that's very light, very palatable, but yet, you said something about getting to that buzz level. You're not drinking 4 domestic beers
Right.
to get to that point.
Right,
Here
right.
you have one.
And you're really enjoying it.
And you're
Woo!
enjoying,
Yeah,
you get that
yeah.
nice warm feeling inside of you, and you're like, wow,
Folks, come on down to High Scores, really, seriously, and try some of these beers. It's the best place
gotta
in town
check
for
this out.
really. And this is just one show. We could do a show here every single day for a whole year.
Yeah,
and not even scratch the
considering, I'll
surface.
tell you, what I've learned
So-
about Freddie is he likes to change his beers
Yeah,
regularly.
yeah.
I do.
Because he is a connoisseur of this.
If you have stuff out there, if you guys know stuff that's out there that we don't carry, I'll be more than glad to carry.
Awesome.
I'm willing to try new beers. If you knew, bring me stuff.
Yeah.
I love.
He
I
loves
love
to
when people-
experiment.
Yeah.
And from what I've talked to him before, he likes to get with the cook and experiment with food, different beer. He likes to mix it up. So I mean, seriously.
Yeah, it's quickly becoming one of my favorite places here in town. Freddie, thanks so much for being on the show
It's a
tonight.
pleasure. Thank you.
Really, this has been a great show. Really
Thank you.
appreciate your
Cheers.
time and the beers and everything. And
Get the chef over here.
we have the chef too. So you know what? We're gonna continue.
Real quick,
Let's get the chef out.
Let's get the chef over here. Let's talk about his mixology scheme.
Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't even see you in the background. I'm sorry.
No, this is the chef. This is Chris Saylor.
How you doing?
He is one of the guys that has, embraced the craft beers.
Here,
He
have
was
a
a
seat.
Corona. He was a Corona guy drinker. Believe it or not, that's all he drank was Corona. And now from, Innocent Gun, which
That's all I
is
drink now.
Real life craft
I
beers.
drink every craft beer here.
How'd you find out about this place? How did you get involved in this?
It was just kind of an accidental process. Someone I knew was here, and I came in just to kind of check the place out. I used to live right down the street, and I wanted to see inside, and it just happened that they were looking for a chef, and it just
Yeah, beautiful.
everything kind of came together at the right time.
We were just talking about all the pairings and everything.
Yeah,
and,
we had a lot of
they
fun
must
with
be,
all
you
that.
must be very busy in the back there.
yeah, a lot of tasting. It's always good.
Wow.
It's a good
we
thing.
were just talking today that we love our menu. But I just told him, I said, I think in the beginning of the year we're gonna do brand new menu.
Yeah.
Something
And,
fun for the summer, I think.
90% of it we created while we were drunk.
Drinking and tasting.
So
tasting.
Tasting, that's the only way we
We
could
created
do
a
it.
show when we were drunk.
Drinking and
That's the beauty of it, right? That's how we create things.
This is just
they would bring me
like
beers,
this.
and it was cool is because they would bring me cases and cases of beers from Green Flash to
absolutely.
you name it. They brought me all very hoppy, very light.
Oh, sorry.
there we go.
Ready?
There we go.
There's a 10% right there.
10.33 right there.
Starting to hit home now.
But a lot of the menu, we realized that while we were drinking and eating, we're like, wait a minute, this goes perfectly hand in hand.
Right.
And again, I always say, I refer to the wine experience. The chef embraced it. I think very few chefs, very few chefs are willing to deviate and try new things. And Saylor has embraced it. Like I said, he was a Corona drinker, and now we have,
Converted.
Yeah, I have to go to the liquor store to get my beer now. No more grocery store
Your
stuff.
selection and the food you already have on the menu is you can taste something and go, you know what, we got this might go really good with that. And then you taste it and go, what else can we come up with that will go really good with that? And
there's some stuff
you guys
that-
are nailing.
there's some stuff that we go, I get a brand new bottle, and you saw last week when I had a new bottle, and I took it home, and I was cooking, and I was like, let me cook with it, let me marinate with it, and I'll call him, I take pictures, he sends me back stuff. I think coming year now, being 2 months old, the embrace and the love that Henderson has given us.
Yes.
I think the craft guys like yourself that open up an opportunity for people to see this and see the great beers that we have. We embraced it, and we're looking forward to, I think, the new year of probably doing almost 90%, if not 100%, our home menu with all beers.
Beautiful.
That's
That's great.
That's
That's
the beauty
really
of
great.
good beer is you don't need to chug it. You drink
No.
it.
We were just talking about that
Just
before.
talking
That's
about
exactly,
that.
that's
We're
exactly
talking
right.
about that.
Exactly right.
Like,
Not
you
how
can-
many you drink, it's how you drink it.
Right.
Taste it.
There's
Like,
the beer, beer's the same. You sitting watching football, and you could have one of these, and your buddy's already had 4 Miller Lights or something.
I'd rather have one of these than
One of these.
expensive
Right.
liquor.
And like I said, it is like eating a ribeye. And finally, you're getting a good beer, and hopefully, with shows like this, you go to another bar and you demand a great product. If I'm gonna pay what I'm paying for, a Pyramid or a Newcastle, well, you know what? Then I want to pay for that for a good product. I want a craft beer. I want stuff that I know people cared about making.
Right.
It's not mass produced. That's these microbrews like Big Dogs and local breweries that are here. I salute. It's an homage to them. But I like that. I like that there's somebody there, like a chef.
Yeah, well, everybody has their
somebody-
specialties.
Yeah,
everything.
and they're
Right.
making something
Right.
with their heart. They care in the flavors and.
And the good
it's
thing
amazing.
about learning about this stuff is like you can go to other places and go, I know what people like.
Right.
And you're not carrying. Let me tell you something.
And that's-
Try this, buy a case, see if you can.
That's
sell
what we're
it,
hoping.
and it'll
Right,
blow
right.
up and
That's
it
what
sells.
that's what
It
we're
sells.
hoping that when you have an experience at high schools, and you experience one of these beers, whether it be the Crispin, the apple cider, or the Russian, then you go to your local bar that you probably hang out at and say, hey, do you guys carry this? And I guarantee you 90% of the people behind the bar are going to go, what?
Absolutely. I would guarantee that 90% of the people watching right now have never heard of our selections that were featured tonight, which is the reason why we do the show.
Go to your local bar. Go to your local bar and ask them.
Ask them
Ask
if you
them
can
for
find
the
this
Joseph
beer.
James
Right.
Imperial Russian Stout, and they probably don't know who Joseph.
Especially if you're local, which I've known 20-some years, and I never even knew Joseph James was out here.
So
I know
you know,
him now because it was really good.
yeah, I know him now. I'll tell you what. after that-
I think challenge yourself, push yourself, and demand great products, great beer, because I think you work hard for it. We work really hard for our money, and it's time that somebody starts providing us with great products.
I agree.
So, with that being said, it was a
thank you
pleasure.
so much for this. This was a great
Thank you,
show.
guys.
Thanks
Thank
for
you,
coming on
gentlemen.
today.
We'll do
Thank
another
you.
one here soon.
And that bottle's yours, by the way.
Oh,
fellas, this
very
bottle's
good.
yours.
Very good.
Enjoy it. Take it home.
I don't know who's going to split it or how you're going to split it. We might drink it here tonight. That's very possible.
It's bottle number 837, so enjoy.
37.
Okay,
So ILoveBeerShow.com.
Thank you so much for watching tonight.
37.
We'll be back at you with another show. I'm sure that we'll be coming back here again to do more shows over at High Scores. Thanks for watching. Have a great night.
Love you guys. Love you, Tori. Thank you for